Episode 2 of Special Forces T World's Toughest Test. Season 4 pushed the remaining contestants to their limits, proving that this competition is not for the faint-hearted. From intense underwater challenges to high-pressure boxing tasks, the contestants faced obstacles that tested their endurance, mental strength, and teamwork. This episode also saw the season's third elimination, reminding everyone that failure has real consequences on this course. The episode began with 17 contestants still in the running. They were immediately thrown into a paired exercise that combined physical exertion with mental stress. The first challenge of the day required pairs to climb steep dam stairs before moving into an underwater simulation. The task was designed to mimic the experience of an aircraft crash into water, testing participants' ability to stay calm, follow instructions, and navigate underwater while holding their breath. The directing staff, DSA, provided a demonstration showing how to safely complete the task. But what looked simple in theory quickly turned into a struggle for many contestants. Jussie Smollett and Eva Marcille were the first pair to tackle the water-based challenge. Marcille struggled almost immediately, showing signs of panic and even becoming briefly unconscious underwater. DS Rudy Reyes had to step in to ensure her safety. Smollett, though able to exit the water, left through the wrong point, which caused the pair to fail the task. Marcille eventually regained her composure, but this failure highlighted the intensity and unforgiving nature of the challenge. The underwater simulation was more than just a physical test. It was a mental battle, forcing contestants to remain focused under pressure. The next pair to attempt the underwater task was Teresa Giudice and her daughter Gia. Teresa admitted she was not comfortable swimming and left the water before completing the challenge. DS Jason Fox addressed Teresa, emphasizing the importance of taking personal responsibility, even when paired with family members. Teresa's early withdrawal meant that the pair automatically failed the challenge, although Gia continued with the remaining exercises. This moment underscored the series' emphasis on personal accountability, showing that even family ties cannot shield contestants from failure. After the underwater simulation, the contestants faced a paired boxing challenge, a staple in Special Forces T World's Toughest Test. This challenge tested their endurance, reflexes, and fighting instincts. Sean Johnson and Brianna LaPaglia faced off in one bout, with Johnson coming out on top after LaPaglia suffered a nose injury. In a separate match, Giudice went up against Christie Pearce Rampone. Teresa Giudice chose not to watch her daughter fight, citing an inability to handle the stress. Despite completing the bout, Gia did not manage a victory, further demonstrating that this season's challenges are as much about mental toughness as physical skill. The combination of underwater struggles and boxing matches took a toll on several contestants. Eva Marcille, who had previously struggled with the water task, was ultimately removed from the course for safety reasons. DS Mark Billingham explained that her performance in previous exercises, combined with the recent challenges, made it unsafe for her to continue. Marcille accepted the decision, leaving the course as the third elimination of the season. Her exit highlighted how seriously the show prioritizes safety, proving that the directing staff will intervene whenever a contestant is at risk. Throughout the episode, it became clear that success on the course required more than just physical ability. Contestants had to follow instructions precisely, maintain focus under stress, and push through both mental and physical discomfort. 2. Failure to adhere to the requirements had immediate consequences, as seen with both the underwater tasks and the boxing matches. The strict enforcement of rules by the DS emphasized the disciplined and demanding environment of the course. As the episode concluded, 16 contestants remained. Viewers were left with a sense of anticipation for the next set of challenges, knowing that the tests would continue to be intense and unpredictable. Episode 2 set the tone for the rest of the season, showing that only those with a combination of mental resilience, teamwork, and physical strength would survive the course. Every failure and every victory shaped the trajectory of the season, making each task critical in the ongoing fight for survival. The underwater simulation in this episode was particularly significant. It forced contestants to confront fear in a controlled but intense environment. Many failed not because they lacked physical ability, but because they struggled mentally under pressure. The paired format also revealed dynamics between contestants, how they relied on one another, encouraged one another, or, in some cases, failed to support each other effectively. The interactions between pairs like Teresa and Gia, or Smollett and Marcille, demonstrated that teamwork could either be a strength or a weakness, depending on how well participants managed stress. The boxing challenge further tested the contestants' ability to focus under pressure. Paired matches required not just skill but also strategic thinking and endurance. Injuries like LaPaglia's nose injury reminded viewers that even minor mistakes could have serious consequences. The mental aspect of boxing, including controlling fear, managing adrenaline, and maintaining composure, was just as important as the physical execution of punches and defensive moves. Safety remained a constant theme throughout the episode. The directing staff monitored every task, ready to intervene whenever a contestant showed signs of distress or potential harm. Eva Marcille's removal underscored the balance the show maintains between pushing contestants to their limits and ensuring they are not placed in real danger. It also highlighted the reality that elimination can occur not just because of competition performance, but also for health and safety reasons. Overall, Episode 2 of Season 4 of Special Forces T World's Toughest Test provided viewers with an intense and dramatic experience. The underwater tasks, paired challenges, and boxing matches combined to create a high-stakes environment where only the strongest and most resilient could succeed. Failures were immediate and visible, eliminations were dramatic, and the lessons about responsibility, mental toughness, and teamwork were clear. Moving forward, the remaining contestants will face even more physically and mentally demanding exercises. Episode 2 reinforced the core concept of the show: EC survival depends on a combination of endurance, discipline, and mental strength. Each failure, each success, and each intervention by the directing staff is a reminder that this is one of the toughest tests on television. The next episodes promise even greater challenges and undoubtedly more shocking eliminations as the season progresses. The combination of physical tasks, mental endurance, and strict procedural requirements makes Special Forces G World's Toughest Test not just a reality competition but a study in human resilience. Contestants like Giudice showed perseverance, while others like Marcille demonstrated the harsh realities of failure under extreme conditions. The show continues to captivate viewers with its mix of action, suspense, and emotional drama, ensuring that every episode feels intense and unpredictable. As Season 4 unfolds, viewers can expect the remaining 16 contestants to face tests that will challenge their limits even further. Underwater simulations, combat exercises, survival scenarios, and high-pressure decision-making tasks will continue to reveal who has what it takes to withstand the rigors of the Special Forces course. Every episode is designed to push participants beyond their comfort zones, highlighting both their strengths and weaknesses, and reminding audiences why this is called the world's toughest test.